All right, so we got some good games coming up this week. Obviously, the Lions are on the road versus the Bears. The Vikings are facing the Raiders, and the Packers are playing the Giants. I want to start with the Packers-Giants because for some reason, Nick, seeing the way Nick's been talking tonight is as if the Giants are a team to really be worried about. So I got to start with you, Nick, because I really got to hear this. You've been threatening Bass all night. Oh, you play the Giants. Let's see if he can do it versus the Giants because the Giants. Yeah, I'm missing something here. Talk to us, Nick.
So I'm out of beer, so that probably answers the first question. No. So hang on. This is just me having fun with Baz. You know, we're just having fun. But when you got an Italian quarterback over in New York City, anything's possible. And guess what? The Giants, they're doing whatever. They're in the same position as the Bears. If I said that, I mean they're 4-8, we're 4-8, whatever. I just want to see the Packers actually, do something because for some reason everyone sucks at MetLife. I mean, it's one of the worst stadiums to play at.
It's a turf.
It's a turf. It's that's where so many injuries happen. But I want to see Jordan Love actually dominate a bad team. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm excited for in this game. And if it happens, then you got 4 games in a row of him playing well. And the Giants, they're technically in the hunt. The graphic went up and the Giants were in the hunt. So they're fighting for something. I got some laughs. I know that's what it is, but I want to see a good game. I know Batch said it best. Even though you just beat the Chiefs, you still got to prepare for another game. And I'm kind of curious to see if the Packers do have that too much of a high from winning against the Chiefs. That's what I'm looking forward to.
All right. Okay, the beer is a good answer, man. But listen up. Let's go over to Dion on the same question. But before you do, Dion, we got a surprise for you, man, that we're going to bring up in just a second. Like we said, the merch store is open. There goes the Jahmyr Gibbs shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, you can check that out as well. For all the Lions fans, if you like that one, go check the Jahmyr Gibbs shirt. It'll be dropping in the merch store real soon as well. All right. I'm telling you, they're hot off the press, man. They're coming. So we're going to be able to punt these out for everyone to have an opportunity to rock them. All right. So what is your take with the Packers versus the Giants, Dion?
Well, I'll say this, man. I can feel the heat from here, by the way. So I need to get me one of those. Chat. Those things are fire. I got to point that out. I know One Bar said earlier, okay, guy needs to get some more time. Hey, those things are fire, okay? And by the time y'all are wearing those, he's going to be cooking. Here's the thing. I also, I don't know, actually. I don't think Nick said that he was taking the Giants. I think he was, did
he give me a score prediction, Nick?
I think he,
wait. I could do that. I could do that.
Please. Yeah.
All right. Wait, now I'm on the spot. 35-32 Giants.
Oh, snap.
Every time I do a crazy score, something crazy happens.
I like it.
Another team. So that's me doing that.
Oh, man. Okay, let's hear it, Dion. Let's hear it, man.
Now Bass is going to think we're haters. One Bar, I hope you come along for this ride because I'm also taking the Giants in this game. And look, man.
They hate us because they ain't us.
Look, man, I'm taking the Giants. This is more so about some belief I have in the Giants. True, okay, it's Tommy DeVito. It's like, what the heck is going on here? But they're 2-1 with him. And I'm a big fan of Brian Dable, man. I mean, he's found a way to get it done with this guy. And I think the emergence of Jalen Hyatt is very exciting. All right. He had over 100 yards in his last game. And I just trust him to put him in position to kind of minimize some other issues offensively. Plus, that's Giants defense, specifically those linebackers that they put on the field. Those guys are no joke, man. Those dudes are legit. Nick said they're still fighting for something. I guess they are. That makes it even more reason to take the Giants. I got the Giants as well in this one. I don't really have a great reason because the Packers they're good. They're a good team, but the Giants will be a little bit better on Sunday. So I'm taking Giants as well.
Oh, now I got to hear One Bar. What's up, man?
Man, I'm not going to be a fan of Dion and Nick here. I'm sorry. I think the Giants are just such crap.
It's okay.
I mean, this isn't a compliment to the Packers by any means. When I look at their offense, when I look at their defense, I don't even know how the hell they have 4 wins, to be honest with you. And hats off to them for getting those things. But the only way the Giants get a dub here is if they run the ball every damn play. I mean, Saquon Barkley, none of this 10 touches, none of this 13 touches. He needs to get the ball about 30 times for them to win it. because we know the Packers on defense is ass. They need to run the ball. Tommy DeVito is not going to get the dub. I don't get me wrong. I'll be watching every second of this thing, hoping the Giants upset the crap out of them. Because Nick, you're right. You're right. This is a game. Jordan Love, if you are the man, you should go out there and beat him by 30 points. You should beat him by 30 points, and you should look fantastic. This is actually another game that the Packers go out and just lay an egg. They're on a huge high, and all of a sudden they just lose, and it would be beautiful. It would be Monday night, whatever. I'd be popping bubbly at 11 o'clock at night. My family would think I'm absolutely insane, but it'd be worth it. But all in all, I'm taking my heart out of it. I think it's going to be closer, but I think it's like 24-20 Packers.
I know what one bar is doing.
Mm-hmm.
I know
Yes,
what one
he
bar
is.
is doing.
Yes, you caught that.
Yeah, you know,
I
I'm
tried
just
this
gonna say
last
it out
week. Didn't
loud.
work.
Yeah. Let him know. Let him know.
Oh my God, Dion, did I get your score?
I'll take the Giants by 30, please.
Everyone loves 30 around here, man.
It's
Everyone.
gonna work one of these weeks.
Everyone
Dion.
loves
Always gonna
30.
be over.
I gotta ask you.
30.
I gotta ask you, Bass. Is this coming out of fear from them? Because this is interesting, man. Talk to me.
Maybe not Dion. Like the Lions, like, unless they implode, should win the North. So, like, I think he's safe, right? But I think the Vikings are a little bit worried. The Bears, they should just worry about their own draft. So at that point, I don't know why he's hating. It's over. This is a chance for a trap game, like, for sure. Like, you definitely look at this and you're not like, oh, the Packers by 30. Like, they should easily go out there and handle business, and the defense should look even better. You know, they just held Patrick Mahomes in check for the most part. I'll agree with one bar in terms of, you know, stopping Saquon Barkley. You know, if they get him rolling and give him the ball 30 times, yeah, it could be a closer game, but they got to be in a position to give him the ball 30 times. What the Packers have done excellent last 2 weeks is start hot, start with the ball, go down and score, kind of taking a team off their platform if they want to continue to run the ball. I mean, Pacheco tore us up last Sunday, so that was a bit of a worry there. The Packers are rolling right now. Jordan Love's playing hot. The Giants have the 32nd ranked offense, like the 28th ranked defense. Both is just bad. So, you know, you're right. Jordan Love should go out there and blow up against the Giants as well in a good way. But I got the Packers 31-17.
31-17. All right, man. That's going to be an interesting game. I got to see how this unfolds. But I will say this, man. Bash, you should be real proud because the Packers are representing the chat like crazy right now. 46% just dominating, man.
Crazy what happens when you win, man.
I know. Hey, that big Chiefs win definitely gives the fan base hope. So we'll see how all of that plays out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to the NFC North Roundtable. We got a lot more show to go. But before we move forward, we want to introduce you to an official sponsor of the NFC North Roundtable. Ladies and gentlemen, BetUS. All right. BetUS, you can receive a 125% bonus. The link is in the description of the video. Make sure that you go to BetUS and get your sports book in, ladies and gentlemen. We also have the odds on BetUS right now to win the NFC North. If you can see the screen, you'll see the odds for the NFC North, right? And remember, BetUS isn't just sportsbook. It also has the casino. I don't know if you like to play blackjack, table games, slot machines. All of that is on BetUS. Right now, the Detroit Lions to win a division is minus 1,000. So if you bet $100, you're only going to win 10. So 110 is the total. But the Minnesota Vikings at plus 1,000, 10 times your money, pretty much, whatever you were to bet. Green Bay Packers, 1,400, 14 times your money. And the Chicago Bears, Nick, 15,000. Man, Nick, would you get on that plus 15,000, Nick?
Hell yeah. Put
Donation.
$10 on it. Let's see what happens.
Nice donation.
Oh man, well, I gotta ask with this up right now, you know, looking at these odds, first and foremost, Bass with Green Bay, is this still possible? Do you see a path for them potentially still having a chance, even if it's slim?
I mean, the Lions would have to lose to the Bears this week, right? Like that's one of the games that would have to happen. They'd have to split Minnesota. But, you know, when we look back at that line, how is Green Bay that much lower than Minnesota? First off, they're the same record. They beat the Lions. They just came off a win against the Chiefs. If I was a betting man, I would say they have more or higher odds than the Vikings to win the division. I don't see it happening, but I'm saying in general.
I think one of the options is just they own the tiebreaker right now, just in case it ends up that way. I think that's why they have it that way. But when you kind of look at the NFL, the NFC right now, interesting that Green Bay is right behind Detroit. So winning the NFC, Dion, do you still see the Lions having a chance of winning the NFC?
TD, man, you already know we're winning the NFC. Like, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking that plus 700 is free money. BetUS is hooking you up. Get some free money here. Look, plus 700 money. Plus 700 is fantastic. We have a really good, not really good, but we have a path to the number 1 seed. It's a possibility. And we all just watched San Fran and what they did to Philly. The only team that worries me is San Fran. We get anybody else, we rocking them in the playoffs. That's all I'll say.
Interesting, man. Interesting. But I'm not gonna lie, Dion. You got my eyes open. I might have to go ahead and put my ticket on that Detroit NFC one because the path might be there, but we'll see. I gotta watch another week or two to get that.
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook, where you can bet on everything anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right, get a 125% sign-up bonus. And to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we are giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
Let's move along over and back to Minnesota, even though they will be going on the road versus the Raiders. Now, that game is going to be very interesting. I'm going to start back off with you, Bass. What is your take on that game coming up in your score prediction?
This is like the mid bowl, man. It's just two mid inconsistent teams. I don't know. I don't really know which way to go.
We already beat you, man. We already beat you.
Yeah, we'll see what happens in a couple weeks. 3 weeks, right? Yeah, 3 weeks. I think it's 4 weeks, whatever it is. But two inconsistent teams right now, and I don't know. The Minnesota team is a lot better. I will give it credit. Like, the Raiders are just not good this year, and I think I went on a little bit of a couple wins there after firing McDaniels. But the Minnesota defense is much better. But I'm going to continue the curse, man. I've done it 2 weeks in a row, one bar. And what happened the last 2 weeks? The Minnesota Vikings are going to handle business against the Raiders 21-17.
Wow.
He got 1 bar back.
What a dick.
But mine actually works.
Yeah,
Dion, take it away.
See, this is the issue with having Bass on here, man. He's predicting teams to win, they're losing. He's bringing up moons. Like, how are we supposed to compete? I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Chad, you got to give us some ammo. Something.
I have a voodoo doll under the table. I promise you, I got it all going.
Oh my gosh.
No, I think you put it really well. It kind of does feel like that. Like, I don't know which team to pick. And it's because I don't love either team. When I don't love either team, so I don't know where to go with this one. I'll say I like the Raiders defense. I like things that they have defensively, but I don't love their consistency on offense. So for that reason, I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings. I think having Justin Jefferson back is a game changer. You called him the best receiver in the league. I wouldn't go that far. I think Tyreek Hill is that. But Justin Jefferson, like, every time you play him, you have to have someone on top. At least as a Lions fan, you have to have a safety on top. That guy is insane. He changes everything. He changes everything for that team. So for that reason, I'm taking Minnesota.
Wow. Interesting. Nick, talk to us.
So 2 teams that the Bears both beat this year are playing each other. Makes it pretty interesting for me to make a pick on that. I'm going to go. I don't know. Even though Jefferson's back, I don't know. I got, you know what, 1 bar, I'm going to help you. I'm going to say the Raiders are going to win this game. Maybe it'll flick, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully the karma kind of goes your way, but I don't know. With Josh Dobbs, I don't see them switching up the game plan. If they didn't do it against Chicago, who apparently doesn't have a rush presence on defense, they're going to have an even bigger problem with Max Crosby on the other side of the ball for the Raiders. So I don't know. I got the Raiders winning. I don't think it's going to be a very high scoring game considering that they only put up 10 against the Bears. I got 17-10 Raiders.
17-10 Raiders. Wow. Vikings lost. 1 bar. Go ahead and educate him on this one, man.
Well, here's my hope is I don't think Dion has picked the Vikings yet in this little growth streak, and he picked the Vikings. So I'm liking this. I'm liking it. I think that cancels old Baz. But here's the thing. I mean, we lost to the Bears. They're saying, oh, they're playing better. So I give a little bit of excuse. We lost to the Broncos. Oh, they're on a hot streak. The Raiders suck. I'm sorry. So, like, we're not coming off of a bye week. We have to beat these guys. I'm sorry. Aiden O'Connell. I mean, I know that they got some good pieces. Josh Jacobs. They got Max Crosby. I know they got some guys on defense, but we have to win this game. There's no doubt about it. We can't go to 6-7. So, coming off of a bye, Kevin O'Connell, this is your moment, baby. I mean, you said you had the whole bye week with Josh Dobbs. You named him the quarterback. A lot of pressure on Kevin O'Connell to make the right move. If Dobbs comes out and has a flat ass game and just sucks, this is all on Kevin O'Connell. Like, we've had time to prepare for these guys. We have to win this game. If Dobbs comes out, we're going to tell real soon what kind of Dobbs we have. If he has anything like against that Bears game, the Raiders will beat us. But if they make him make plays with his legs, we should beat the Raiders. And we have to beat the Raiders. If we're going to do anything this year, we have to win this game.
Yeah, I think that is definitely a must win. It's going to be an interesting one to watch. All of these matchups matter now. They all matter, especially the one coming up next when we talk about the Detroit Lions on the road versus the Chicago Bears, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the Bears are sitting here just playing upset. They're just out here just upsetting people and giving people scares, and the Lions feel like they're cruising right along right now. Let's break this game down. Let's go right back to you, One Bar. How do you see this one playing out?
Oh, man, I'm looking forward to this game. This is going to be a good game. I'm, if I'm Dion, hey, you guys are going to, division is probably yours, but this is a game we're going to see what the Lions are all about. The Lions, last couple games, haven't been overly fantastic, got the wins. But the Bears, spoiler, I mean, are they going to play a spoiler? What are they going to do? What worries me if I'm a Lions fan is just I believe Fields got 100+ last time against the Lions, and Taysom Hill was getting his last week. If Fields can get that going with his legs, if I'm the Lions fans, I'm a little bit worried. And their defense is playing good. And I'm actually, Dion, I love you, man. I'm picking the Bears. I'm picking the Bears 23-15. I think the Bears are going to upset them.
15 just out there.
Yeah, 15.
23-15. That's interesting. Baz, give us your take.
So I was surprised to see that Detroit is only -3.5. So that's kind of like a little, you're kind of getting a view from Vegas on that standpoint. It's a divisional game, so it definitely will be close. But I was very interested to see -3.5 Detroit only. Chicago has a great run defense where, Detroit likes to run the ball, but also Chicago is actually higher in Detroit in terms of rushing yards per game. Detroit second in offense yards per game. So I think it's a good matchup, and it's going to be a lot closer than people think. I would love for the Bears to win this game. Like, obviously, I think it would be great just because, if the Lions do drop this game and say the Packers handle business on Monday, there's a little bit of a conversation to be had if the Lions slip and the Packers keep winning. But overall, I still think Lions handle business. 31-27 Detroit.
31-27, another close game. Very interesting. Hey, Nick, can you pull up the upset? What's going to happen, man?
So I started hinting at it last week and during the victory, that there's still a shot here, and it all starts against this game against the Detroit Lions at home. And, we almost pulled it off in Detroit. It was a good game. We talked about it. It was a fun game to watch. And like everyone's saying, it's evenly matched. Our run defense against their run offense, perfect matchup. Our pass defense, 7 interceptions over the last 2 games. I'm not complaining at all about it. So the takeaway factor is going to come into play. We ripped up Jared Goff last time we played the Lions, and now it's at home outside with weather being a factor. There might be snow in the forecast. I was looking at the weather app right before we started talking. So a lot of factors go into this game. Also, a completely healthy roster. We have our entire offensive line that when they're healthy, Fields has only been sacked once. So I love to hear that when they're both all playing 100% at least, not, reps in between. But, we got our wide receiver room is ready to go. Hopefully we got a good game plan. There's no excuse. We've had a ton of time to build up against these teams. I'm feeling very confident about it. I don't know if you want to give my score prediction yet, unless you want me to now, but I'm feeling good about this game, and I'm happy to hear the other 2 are as well.
Yeah, what's your score prediction?
So Baz said earlier we're throwing a lot of 30s out there, and he just threw a 30-point out there, so I'm going to join him throwing a 30-point out there. I got the Bears winning 38-32.
Man,
Shit, that's a lot of
Big
points.
time scoring, man.
Bet the over, everybody. I'm gonna just a little hint for our end of the episode.
I'm not gonna knock it. We just got to go look at the last game. What was the score in that one?
Oh, that was
12
12 to 10.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking
What's
of
that?
the wrong.
What was it
team.
again? One bar. What was it?
Bunch of field goals.
Maybe I'm thinking about the wrong team. I thought the who played the Bears and the Bears put up like 30, almost 30 points or something.
We put up 30 against the Lions last year, and we put up 26 against them a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that's what it was a few weeks ago. They put up like 31 or 32, right?
26, and then they beat us by 5. Right, Dion? It was 31.
Yeah.
31,
26,
26.
yeah,
And you all were dominating the entire game until the end.
till the end.
Dion, is that going to happen again? Talk to me, man. What's going on?
Yo, y'all are wild. I'm gonna say that. Let me just start there. Hold on. Here's the thing. Because I hear what Nick's doing, and I get it because I get it. I hear you. But like, what was you say dismantled? Y'all did something. No, okay. Here's the thing. We had some interceptions in there, but I'll tell you this. The biggest edge that I give Chicago in this is the weather. He made a great point there. It sounds like it's windy. It's gonna be rainy. Hopefully, it's not too cold. But the point is, the weather is always a factor, and they have a great benefit of a really good defense, a run defense specifically against the team that would want to run the ball in this game. However, they don't create that much pressure. They don't create that much pressure at all. And I think that was their downfall when we came back and beat them last time we played them. So it wasn't like they were, cooking us up front and Goff was super under pressure all game long. It was the fact of, man, we had some bad interceptions in that game. And I think like we saw last week, though it was indoors, so you can worry about when the ball comes out a little funny. That stuff can happen. But the way that he took care of the football last week and made some things happen off schedule makes me very optimistic. And I'll tell you this, don't overlook this aspect. It sounds like Alex Anzalone could potentially play this weekend. And you made a great point, TD. Justin Fields running all over us. I mean, we're the worst team in the league against rushing quarterbacks statistically. But when you get Alex Anzalone back with what Jack Campbell put together, maybe his best game this last week, it gives me some optimism. But the main guy I'm focused on is Jalen Reeves-Maybin. He's got to play this week. To me, it's just as simple as that. He has to play this week because we've had breakdowns at that position, and it's continuously been an issue. Whether you go to Baltimore, you go to Chicago, you can look at any game you want. You can point to plays where our linebackers are completely out of place. I think Jalen Reeves-Maybin brought some stability there because he was forced in there because of an injury to Alex Anzalone. So I'm pretty confident. I'm a little bit more confident than what it looked like last time. But no, we're not going to have some of those goofy interceptions. Okay, it's not going to happen. I mean, look, okay, you can say you dominated the first so many minutes, but the last 2 minutes, I think, told the story. They couldn't get off the field when they needed to get off the field. They also couldn't get a first down when they needed to, but we questioned the play calling there. It might be close. I think it will. I think it's going to be a lot lower scoring than Nick. I'll say that. I think it's going to be a lot lower scoring in this game. That's kind of the feel in this one. But, I mean, hey, who knows? I think the weather has a lot to do with that. So I'm going to say Lions handle business 2013.